AITA for refusing to meet my bio daughter? I was married once before to a man named David. We were together since high school, but 2 years into our marriage I found out he was cheating on me and got the other woman pregnant. I was devastated as I had recently learned that I was pregnant too. I was about 8 weeks along and had decided I wouldn't continue the pregnancy and that I wanted out of the relationship. David pulled every trick and convinced me not to leave and to keep the baby. He said that he wanted to be with me and only me. He swore to me that he would cut all communication with the other woman. Maybe it was the hormones, but, reluctantly, I gave him a second chance. Pregnancy was hard for me. I was miserable. At the 6-month mark is when I discovered that he never actually broke things off with the other woman. When I confronted him on it, he told me that he couldn't decide, that he was in love with both of us. At this point, I knew I was done. I moved out and filed for divorce. I wanted nothing more to do with him and wanted to have him completely removed from my life. But since I was carrying his child, that was going to be more difficult to achieve. I never felt anything positive about my baby. Everything about my experience was tainted by my ex. I wanted nothing to do with the baby. So when my ex moved his mistress into our old home, I gave her the choice to adopt my baby. She did. Shortly after birth, the baby was turned over to my ex and his mistress, and by the time she was 6 months old, I had officially signed over my parental rights. When I left, I told David I didn't want anything to do with them or the baby. They were free to raise her, and the mistress was free to call herself mom to the baby. In order to start fresh, I moved to another country. I met the most amazing man and we are married and have 3 children. My husband knows about my past and has only ever been supportive of my decision. Out of the blue, David contacted me and told me that his daughter, who is now 14, wants to meet me. Apparently, his mistress recently passed and, just before she died, confessed to the girl that she wasn't her biological daughter. I'm torn. Ultimately, I have no desire to meet the kid. It was very difficult for me to leave that part of my life behind and uproot from everything I ever knew. I was depressed for a long time. During my pregnancy is when it began, and the postpartum depression made it so much worse. I reminded him that I have upped my parental rights and had no interest in being reconnected to either of them. I told him not to contact me again and hung up. For anyone wondering, yes, I do plan on telling my kids about her someday. Someday being when they are grown and mentally mature. Right now, they are just too little. My oldest is only 7. AITA?